Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal, Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal, Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal. I think you see the pattern now. Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal, Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal, Optimus Prime, Optimus Prime. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ray here, back for another Transformers Transformation Review thing. It seems the hiatus is over, if there ever was a hiatus. So lots of people saying hello and all the rest of it, which is great. Done a bit of bot buying today. I tell you what, bots are great. All bots are good, but some bots are more equal than others. That's not what they say. All bots are equal. Sorry to quote George Orwell. Those were his exact words. All bots are equal, but some are more equal than others. Got a couple of the War for Cybertron Bruticus limbs. I'm up to 3 limbs at the minute. Well, I bought 4 pieces the other day. I bought Swindle, Blast Off, Vortex, and Prime, and they're everywhere. You've been to Toys R Us, you know they're there, so you're not worried that they're going to go. And then I bought Christmas presents as well. I felt a bit guilty, but so I got those, and I like them. Yes, I do like them, but there is a shift. So a nice bot mini. There is a shift that we Transformers fans have had to make, and it's been imposed. And I think a lot of us aren't totally and utterly aware of it. But we are being by Hasbro Takara reprogrammed to like inferior bots, and it's certainly working on me. Let me just adjust that light. I am being reprogrammed against my will, I might add, to like inferior bots because they do very strange things. They conflate them. Maybe they heard that we didn't like the fact that they were getting smaller. I don't know. I doubt that very much because the molds of the current War for Cybertron stuff, which I haven't played, which I have no interest in playing incidentally because someone has asked me. I love Transformers. I love Transformer related stuff, but I can't fucking stand shooters. Just don't do them. Um, these these bots have been really conflated. It's not to say that they're not worth having. That's the key thing. It's not that they are good or that they aren't good, but that they are different. They are different. A little bit of plastic has been conflated. They've tried to make it go a long way. Now I would like to know. Again, it's this plastic issue, and you can. I don't mind if you turn off because I am a long playing record when it comes to stuff like this. It's this whole. Some people kind of see it as a bit conspiratorial, but I do believe that there has been a very definite drive in recent times, in recent years, by Hasbro and or Takara, I don't know who, to reduce the amount and quality of plastic in bots, and that's probably just the way it is. That's probably just the way it has to be in order to keep the price points as they are. Um, in order to keep a deluxe at around $12.99 and still call it a deluxe without calling it a Velux or a Venetian blind or I don't know, whatever the fuck they want to recall it. It's like the weaponizer. Anybody get that weaponizer Prime from the Prime line? I fell for that only because it was half price, and it is astonishingly bad, astonishingly bad, astonishingly bad. But so I'm being reprogrammed. I'm aware I'm being reprogrammed to like these slightly less good bots. They're being conflated as we speak. As we speak, they're being conflated. That thinner plastic is being conflated to make it look a bit bigger and bulkier. You look at it in bot form and you think, oh, that looks great. Until you lift it. And you look at it in alt mode and you think, yeah, that looks good. Until you lift it. Vast areas of detail, of molded detail that looks like it should be transformed detail. It's this new cheat thing that I'm becoming very, very aware of. Only from Prime, I'm becoming very, very aware of this idea of cheating in Transformers, and I don't like it, but there really isn't anything I can do about it. I mean, I can stop buying bots, but that's not going to happen. I'm enjoying Prime. I'm enjoying the War for Cybertron, but I just wish that you know I do go on about it a lot because it bugs me a lot. That's the reason I go on about it a lot. And I know it bugs other people. So I'm mentioning it because it bugs me. And I make videos because I love Transformers so very much, and I love my plastic so very much. And when I say plastic, I'm not referring to the toy that is Transformer. I'm talking to the thing that it's made from. I love plastic. I love it to feel waxy and dense, and I love it to feel robust. But I haven't handled a robust transformer, modern contemporary transformer, in about 2 or 3 years, maybe maybe slightly less. I'm not sure, but it seems that they're no longer robust. But do you know what? I think the bottom line is that has to be okay, or you just stop collecting. So I'm erring on the side of that has to be okay. So I have been painting a lot. Yes, I have been painting a lot. That's that. That wasn't a rant. That was 5 minutes. Excuse me, but I knew it was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen tonight. I have been painting. I'm doing a lot of painting. I bought new brushes today because I didn't know brushes could become hairless. I've just recently had a few brushes, but then I've had maybe about 6 or 7 months. And but I think it's what happens when you dry brush, because dry brushing is such an aggressive technique, and it really expends the energy of your brush. So they've become a little hairless, unlike me. Look, yes, I have painted this. I've taken a bot that I do actually like, a movie bot that I do actually like, and it's the thing is about this camera and you probably wouldn't be able to pick out exactly what I've done, but I've completely dry brushed him. Let me see if you can see anything funky going on his arm. I've picked out some funky gold stuff and all the rest of it. But I done him a couple of days ago, well, about a week ago. You would need to be here in order to see how successful I think it is. And that's all I mean, how successful I think it is. I completely repainted it. Yes, I do think bots are improved by painting. Not all bots. You do not need to touch your anything beyond anything, or rather, the only thing you should touch is that after the Unicron trilogy. I really believe that to be the case. So MovieBot really benefits, Prime really benefits, and War for Cybertron really benefits, um, and all the things in between. The United, yeah, why not? Yeah, you generations, you could probably do a little bit, but I certainly wouldn't want to paint. Having said that, I've done a few universe bots. I've given them a little touch, more than a little touch. Some Beast Wars bots, I suppose, could benefit, but would possibly benefit. But you certainly can't tell from the camera. But today, ladies and gentlemen, where are we? The wonderful and unusual Optimus Prime. I got him at Auto Assembly this year. Soon to be. If you're watching this in 2013, last year. And I'm looking at him now and thinking I need to paint that bit. That's the new thing I do when I look at bots. What can I paint? I got him this year at Auto Assembly, and I have wanted him because he is Cybertron Optimus Prime. Uh, Quite a few reasons to like him. He's an Optimus Prime. I like Optimus Primes. I do. I like Optimus Primes. I like Cybertron bots. I love Cybertron bots. That was my re-entry point into Transformers, so I've got to love Cybertron. My Cybertron stuff's all kind of here, more or less. You can probably see from there downwards. Where are we? Yes. That was my re-entry point, and so I absolutely adore Cybertron. And this was one of the bots that seemed to escape me. It didn't. It didn't travel to my part of the world anyway. And I'm an in-store hunter. I like to go out and find my bots. You know, I'm a hunter gatherer kind of bot guy. That's how I like him. And I got him at Auto Assembly, and he was an absolute bargain. Now he has a United release recently, but he is called Optimus Primal then, and that's great because he's a beast former and he should be called Optimus Primal. But this little anomaly is called Optimus Prime. This very odd little thing should be called Optimus Primal, but he's Optimus Prime, and I love him for that. Now let me give you a little bit of BG, nothing to do you any harm. Iteration of Optimus Prime. Oh yes, he's a Riddico of Beast Wars 10th anniversary Optimus Prime. Well, that's right. And he's a robotic gorilla with pseudo techno organic looking style from the other Jungle Planet toys. That's right, he was a Donkey Kong. He seemed to be inspired by Donkey Kong. Bless them all, the TF Wiki. I really do. I enjoy everything they do. The transforming community would be a much duller place without them. I genuinely mean that. Not long to the big day. You're all getting wonderful stuff, except that one guy. I didn't need to know that that's what you wanted for Christmas, really. And don't go around telling everybody else because you know, you could possibly get locked up. You can take off his surfboard. That's why he's a primal. He got a surfboard, and he turns into a freaking gorilla. And he stands like a gorilla. Everything is just kind of really ape-like. I absolutely love him. I always wanted him. Didn't manage to find him, like I say, at retail. And then he turns up at Auto Assembly. You've got to have him. Look at that bot there. He does stand so well. You know to look at him. You can put him any old pose you like, and he's going to stand. Posability is all in the limbs. There's nothing going on in the face, unfortunately. Now, this is the bit. Look at that backpack. He does have the backpack. That wonderful backpack that Primal has in, well, of course, he's Beast Machines, but we all know it's Supreme Class Optimus Primal. That is his little backpack, and it should be picked out. I think we can get a little bit of gold and bronzes going on in there, and it would look very, very splendid. He is an Autobot. He is not a Maximal. He's an Autobot from the Cybertron jungle planet, and he is Optimus Prime. I wonder what Optimus Prime thought. The big Optimus Prime, who's well up there somewhere. Whenever he thought, the one that's the fire truck come jet. Whenever he turned up in the jungle planet and he seen this little gorilla in the back scratching himself on a surfboard. And he was thinking, who the fuck are you? And he go, I'm Optimus Prime. I go, I'm Optimus Prime, bitch. I wonder what that evening would have been like. Probably a little awkward. He does transform. Of course he does. Otherwise, I wouldn't fucking have the thing. There are some Transformers that don't transform. Action Masters, I spoke about those recently to someone. And they do make me laugh because they're shit. I'm transforming them as we speak. But also, there's, where is he? Quintesson, Alpha Quintesson. He doesn't transform. Even though in the instructions, look at that, he can do a handstand. The only transformer that can successfully do a handstand that looks like one might earn points from it if you don't on a mat. He looks like he's mid backflip there, doesn't he? That's really good. That just shows you the posability of this guy. He does need a little bit of paint. It's my new thing. Painting bots is my new thing. I could be a bit of an evangelist for bot painting. No, this is a funky thing. Let me just show you this little bit of transformation here. Look at this shit. Let me see if I can show you that. Look at that. Look at that. See that? That looks slightly rude, doesn't it? Or it looks like a spider that's lost a few legs trying to climb the screen. Oh, it does, doesn't it? Let's try that again. So I'll just continue talking while this thing climbs the screen, and we'll pretend there's nothing going on. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you get to my age and it gets near Christmas. You're probably the same. It's funny because at this time of the year, I'm still telling people because now I love Christmas for all kinds of reasons. And again, you fold the monkey's head up. And we all like Christmas. We, the bot fans, like Christmas especially because we do collect toys, and toys are abundant at Christmas. And one type of toy, obviously. Yes, there isn't anything else I want at Christmas. Unfortunately, there are other things I need to get at Christmas, and there are other things that I'm going to get at Christmas, and I'm not very happy about it, but that's the way it goes. Let me see if I can remember. It's been a while since I transformed him. But he is a very simple transformation. But he's got lots of kind of internal transformations. Internal transformations. Is that such a thing? Yeah, I think internal transformations. I think I can get away with that. It doesn't remind me, the transformation of him doesn't remind me of any other bot I've ever come across, and indeed I'm likely to stop now and have a little think. That's exactly what I'm trying to do with him here. Let me see. There is something I need to unfold here. There we go. We're going to open that out. This is his chest cavity, and I'm sure his little bot's head in here somewhere. Are you going to come out or not? Oh, I hope. My worst thing to do is when I'm transforming is to have to stop a video in order to make a little head come out of somewhere. Oh, fuck. It's not happening. That was a slightly hairy moment there, it really was. What I needed to do was open that while it was in that position, and it just wasn't so, because this didn't want to move until then, and now it will move. So you can have a little head reveal, and why not? I do like a little head reveal. What's the deal with head reveal? It's like it's what Universe had really good going for them, and he's got opposable thumbs because he should do, because he is an ape after all, and he does look like an Optimus Primal, but he is an Optimus Prime. The back is a bit of a mess. But you know what? If you picked out the little backpack there, a little bit of gold, a little bit of silver, a little bit of bronze, a little bit of whatever, it would make a really good job with that and make him look a lot better. Look at his head sculpt. He does look a little different, if you can just about see that. So he is an Optimus Prime, not an Optimus Primal. Now he does come with Surfboard, and he does come with Cyberplanet Key. Now, obviously, what you do, funky surfboard, stick that bad boy in there, and now this becomes a kind of a handheld, uber throwy weapon. He can hold it there like that, and above his shoulder. It is absolutely gigantic when he holds it above his head. There is, yes, he can hold it in his hand as well. So this is the other way you can do it, right? When you see this, this is the best way. And I don't know, I don't exactly know how he would ever deploy this, or how he would ever find reason to use this big bad boy, but there it is. It's huge. Now look at this. All you need to do, dry brush these two bad boys here. They'll look fantastic. That little missile fires out. Fantastic. Why not? I'm going to take it off very shortly and put it back into its little case. But look at this. This is a substantial piece of plastic. This weighs as much as fucking War for Cybertron Swindle. I'm not even kidding you, it really does. It's a nice substantial bit of plastic. And can you balance them? Well, you can't put them on that. There's no pegs on the knees. He's got lots of these holes going on. You see this kind of thing everywhere. He's got them on either side. He's got them here. I think they need a little bit of paint on them or something. But I am a fan of this guy. I like Optimus Primes. I like Optimus Primals. And he is a beast former that is called Optimus Prime. He is an Optimus Prime that should be called Optimus Primal. He's got a very, very big weapon. Excuse the pun, ladies and gentlemen. He also has a surfboard, which I like, which of course the first Optimus Primal did. Rather, the first transmetal to Optimus Primal did. And he is a very, very nice bot. If you're keen on getting him, try and get the... Well, I would always start with the Beast Wars 10th anniversary, which I don't have. This is the Cybertron version, who's called Optimus Prime. That's the reason to get him, because that makes him a little bit funky and special. You can display him in your Optimus Prime shelf and have other people tell you, oh, he's misplaced, and you can go, no, he isn't. You can get the United version, and he looks pretty good, but he is an Optimus Primal. I shall get him someday. Very, very nice little bot. Ladies and gentlemen, not long now to the big day. I hope Santa brings you lovely things. He's going to bring me lovely things. I hope so. We'll all be back afterwards with our Christmas bot hauls. I do enjoy those videos so much. So I may see you before Christmas. I may very well see you before Christmas. So in case I don't, ladies and gentlemen, Merry Christmas. Ray, good night.
Now that's what I call a robot in disguise.